friends, it is time to wrap up this month and budget for the month of February. So let's get to it. You all, I hope your January was successful. I cannot believe it is February already. Let's see here. Okay, so we're going to start by taking a look at how we did the last half of the month of January. So these are the expenses that were included in the last half of the month, you all. And I highlight those things just for when I'm doing the closeout, so I know which ones were debts out of our bills. But we had a rollover for the last half of the month of $147. Our buffer had $293, and we brought in a total of $1,838 with our income. So total, we had $2,278 that we were working with for this last half. Nothing crazy with our bills. They all came out like they should, except loan number 3, which we still don't have a payment on. And then the phone came out for $206.43 instead of $245. I had budgeted a little bit higher because I wasn't sure if we were going to have more on that one or not. So $206.43 was the phone. So we saved a little bit there. So then we came in under for our bills. We expected to spend $1,290 and we only spent $1,136.68. So that is definitely a win. All right, so then coming over to our variable expenses, which were groceries, gas, socks, and sundries. And so we budgeted to spend a total of $547. We actually only spent $516, which left us with $625. We didn't add anything to sinking funds on the second half of the month, but yeah, and we didn't make any extra payments. But down at the bottom, the extra that we had, we were able to do some savings. So we had $325 that we could save because the other $300 is actually our buffer. And so we were able to add 63 to our 2024. In 2024, we added 63 to Valentine's Day, $10 to Easter, 14 to anniversary, 20 to Christmas, 13 to the other 2024 challenge, 6 to coffee, 25 to birthdays. We added, and I ran out of space, I had to write down at the bottom. We added, let's see. We added 21 to investments. No, we didn't. I can't read my own writing here. We added 15 to investments, 21 to tags and taxes, 25 to back to school, 10 to emergency, and 40 to debt. So, and we added 7 to our buffer, which made it 300. So that is how we finished that. So we came in, let's see. Let me skip to it. Yeah, so we did pretty good. So everything, yeah, so we had 331 cents left in the account, which is that buffer, and then I zeroed out that cash spending and added that over to savings. So you all in all, we had a pretty successful January. So then coming over here, our starting balance was $400 for the month. Earned income was $5,200. We had extra income of $20, and then we used $311 from our savings, so our total monthly info was $5,931. If I broke that down by category, 31% of our income went to bills, 10% to groceries, 5% to dining out, 2% to self-care. You can probably hear my youngest going out the door. Sorry, guys. 5% to gas, 7% to fun, 1% to sundries, 1% to the dog, 21% to debt, and 14% to savings, which only adds up to 97, and I circled that. And that's because at the beginning of the month, remember in that first half, something went wonky donkey there, and so I was off by $11.25. Otherwise, this would be at 100. But that's okay. That's not a big deal. And so that is it. So we have $300 going, or in our buffer, going into the month of February. So February is kind of busy. And so that's what we're looking at there. So we have a lot of things going on. Let's see. My mom's birthday is this month. And then, of course, Valentine's Day. The groomer is coming for the dog this month. And then my son has his JROTC ball. So we had to make sure we pay for tickets for that. And so a lot of little things mixed in there this month with our regular expenses. So we're going to finish this up by budgeting for the first half of the month. And guys, I already went ahead and filled in what expenses that we have, because that just makes it easier for me. And so let's get on into it. I feel like I'm rushing through this. If it sounds like I'm rushing, sorry guys. It's actually super early in the morning and we are leaving to go to the hospital to visit my husband, who I don't think I've said he's been in the hospital for about a month now. And so, yeah, candles been burning at both ends, me trying to take care of home stuff and run up there and be supportive of him. So let's see here. So we are going to be using one of our sinking funds this month to handle some debt, because I want to make that extra debt payment for this quarter. So let's see. And so we have an expected income of $3,311. And let's see, and then we're going to be using $200 from our debt sinking fund so we can make that extra debt payment. And then our buffer, of course, has $300 in it. And so that means we have a total of $3,811 that we're working with for the month. I'll fill the dates in for these things later, but let's go ahead and fill in that budget. I got my little cheat sheet over here on the side where I've already worked through this, but we always budget $50 for the utilities, and that usually works, except around this time of the year where the gas or the electric kind of fluctuate a little bit. Let's see. Capital One, we're budgeting for $40. Let's see. PayPal, $70. Let's see. My educational dues, $35. And I think I've explained that. They made some changes and now we actually have to pay that ourselves instead of it coming out pre-tax from our checks like it used to. So let's see. $1,098 for rent, $60 for internet. And you all, we have a promotion for this right now. I think I explained that last month. However, we got a notice that said this could end, so we'll see. We may have to change what we budget for that. For our loan, I'm going to put just the regular payment here, and I'm going to put the second half of that payment that we're going to make as extra debt in the extra debt section. So $203 is what we're planning on for that. Netflix, $13. Electric, we're only budgeting $65. Our electric has been pretty low, so I'm gonna leave it there because our usage didn't change really. So it should be good. Taxes, $100. Insurance, we are budgeting $98. And then my son's cello, which we are almost done paying off, we are budgeting $49. So then that comes to a total of, let me see here, it's going to be $2,131. Okay. So that leaves $1,680. All right. So then over here, let's bring our $1,680, and let's see. So for groceries, we budget for $300. Gas, we budget for $2. And remember, this is online. I don't actually take it out of the bank. Self-care, this month we are budgeting a little bit more for $100 because we have some extra things in there that we need to buy. And then, let's see, Fun, we are budgeting 60. We got some ball games in there, so I wanted to make sure we have money for that. Let's see, 65 for the dog. Sundries, we are budgeting 60. And let's see, dining out, we are budgeting 35. And I know you all are probably thinking when you see my dining out, what am I going to dine out with? Or where am I going to dine out for $35? That's usually so we can grab like, a quick sandwich or something, especially on like Monday nights when the kids have practice after school and then they have an activity on Mondays. That just makes it so I can grab like a quick pizza. So then our sinking funds that we'll be adding to this time, I guess I need to, here, hold on. I need to put a total there. So this comes to 820. And that leaves 860. Okay, so let's bring our 860 down here. All right, so our emergency, that is automatically transferred and it'll be for 76. Let's see, car maintenance, we are budgeting for 53. Graduation, we're budgeting 76. Back to school is getting 92. Let's see, vet is getting 50, and it's getting a little bit more. And we're actually going to be pulling from this sinking fund the second half of the month for the groomer. And it's almost time to buy his medicine again, his flea and tick medicine. Medical is getting 38. Let's see. Tags and taxes is getting 46. Subscriptions is getting 42. And vacation, I'm not budgeting for anything for vacation right now because we are doing that 2024 in 2024, and that's all going to this sinking fund. So then let's see, that is going to add up to 473. So that leaves 387. I did something wrong here, and I know what it is. Let me fix this. I was like, these numbers are not adding up. On my cheat sheet, I went ahead and did the total amount for the loan and the extra debt payment, but I split that on here. So this should actually be 1931. I was like, this is not working, and there's not enough money left over. So let me do that again. So this would actually be 1880, which means I need to change that up here. There we go, and then that means this is incorrect as well. So let's fix all these. Oh, guys, thank goodness for erasable pen. Okay. Let's see, so 1880. Then that will leave 1060 here. Okay. So it should be 587. All right, so there is that. So then, coming over here to loan number 1, this is where the extra payment is going. So we're budgeting to make an extra $200 payment on that. And let me bring my 587. So that would leave $387. Let me put 200 up there. Okay, so now we're almost done, guys. We have a little bit more. So we have a little bit that we get to add to extra savings. And I'm going to go ahead and finish off what we needed for Valentine's Day with 50. We're going to add 30. to birthdays, because remember, we're celebrating a birthday this month. And then I'm going to add that last 7 to investments for our challenge there. So then that means that's 87 there. All right, and so that brings us back to the $300 that we started with, which is our buffer. And so that is it, guys. We have budgeted all of our dollars. So can't wait to see how we do for the month, and I'll talk to you next time.